At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please remain seated throughout the show. Please keep all arms, hands, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And don't forget to supervise your children. And for the safety of our cast, I ask that you please refrain from the use of flash photography and external video lighting. Now that we've taken care of business, let's talk about me. My name is Harley, and I'll be your guide for this magical journey into the movies. It's the perfect job for me because, well, I love movies. Is everybody ready? Great, because the cameras are ready to roll. Ready when you are, CP. And we are rolling. Movie ride. Once again, my name is Harley. And on behalf of Disney's Hollywood Studios and Turner Classic Movies, please welcome our host for this one-of-a-kind tour, Robert Osborne.
Thank you. Hooray for Hollywood indeed. What better way to start our journey? From the Old West to the rooftops of London.
Hey everyone, my name is David Dunbar, or the Theme Park Evangelist. So what you guys just saw there was the very first 2 minutes of the Great Movie Ride. That was a more recent video from about 5 years ago or so. And I actually found that one. Let me see here. Which YouTube channel was that I actually found that clip from, so I can give them the credit. Give me 1 second. That was from Blog Mickey. It was a multi-angle video of the Great Movie Ride. It's obvious that it was brand new because of the fact that, well, as you saw, there was like almost nobody in the cars. Not to mention it was hosted by Robert Osborne, who is the host of whatever you call it, Turner Classic Movies. So I don't think I've done this one yet. I did basically go back and vlog it around the time that Disney was getting rid of it. Like, I literally went and rode the attraction just before, or like on its final days, so to speak. So anyhow, why did Disney get rid of the Great Movie Ride? Well, unfortunately, Disney didn't really change much of the Great Movie Ride. The only thing that they really changed was the ride narrator used to do, like, basically the person that's operating the ride, causing the car to move forward and stopping the car, didn't have to do much talking. Or, sorry, did a lot more talking back then, and then that person didn't do as much talking later on. The person, as soon as Robert Osborne came into the picture, basically there was just not as much talking involved, and Robert Osborne basically narrated the entire thing, as crazy as that is. And the person basically was just standing there. They also redid the film at the very beginning of the ride, so just before you get on the actual ride. They made it more of a documentary versus trying to make it look like an old-fashioned trailer, so to speak. And then at the end, they redid it, so it kind of felt a little better. But I mean, I'm old-fashioned, so I like the original ending better. That's just me. I mean, otherwise the ride really did not change much. I mean, on an average, you were lucky if you saw a 5-10 minute wait for that ride on a given day. I think the most I ever saw for that ride was like a half an hour wait, and that was it even. But otherwise, yeah, I really just didn't see much of a wait for that ride. And Disney was really wanting to do something well with that ride. They're like, well, we can't get rid of the Chinese theater, is really popular. We can't get rid of all these handprints and footprints. So Disney decided to go ahead and keep all that, and basically the only thing that's left of the attraction is the front entrance to the Great Movie Ride, which is the Chinese Theater. Well, it's not the actual original Gromulans Chinese Theater. It's a replica of it, and the actual ride itself, the Great Movie Ride, is gone for good, and it's now been replaced by Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which I did actually ride last spring, last February, sometime last March, and I absolutely loved it. So, do I think the Great Movie Ride should have been replaced by that? No. Do I believe that the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway should have come in? Absolutely. I really like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's just always so busy all the time. I mean, it's an incredible trackless ride. I would definitely say it's by far a lot better than the Ratatouille ride. It's not as good as the Star Wars Rise of the Resistance ride, which by far is the best trackless ride I've ever been on. Not to mention the best Star Wars ride I've ever been on. And I'll tell you right now, Katie would absolutely love Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. And if by any means I get to take her to Central Florida one day, I am so taking her on that because I know she would like it. But that's besides the point. So, yeah, I mean, the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is an incredible ride. I would like to go back and ride it again now that the pandemic is starting to go away, and now that our biggest problem now is the high price of gas. So 2 years ago, of course, it was the pandemic. Now it's the high price of gas. But yeah, I mean, I would like to go back again and ride again. I mean, it's not as high of a priority for me as Cosmic Rewind is, but it's still a high priority. I mean, up there. I mean, I would say it's in my top 20 to go back and rewrite again and just say that I've rewrote it and get it on YouTube and all that fun stuff. But yes, it is extremely unfortunate that they had to get rid of the Great Movie Ride just because it wasn't drawing in the crowds like it used to, and just because of the fact that, it wasn't, of as good of a ride as it used to be. And I mean, I felt like back on May 1st, 1989, when the ride first opened with the park, yeah, it was an excellent ride, don't get me wrong. And I was very emotional when they got rid of it, and they actually did a dessert party for the ride just before close. I was actually working that night at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The dessert party itself was actually in the Wizard of Oz scene, and the rest of it was all just one giant red carpet. Everybody got to take their time walking through it, and they took pictures and got pictures taken with various things throughout the ride. And I think you paid about $100 to $120 back about 5 years ago just to do that, which I would have loved to do if I had the money and also if I was able to do it. But unfortunately, I was already working, and I didn't know about this until the last minute, and I'm really sad about it, but, what are you going to do? But at least I was there, and I did actually go talk to them. That's actually how I found out. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're doing a dessert party in here right now, and, I'm really happy that I did find out, but, Disney is not always the greatest about communicating that kind of stuff. I'm guessing that everybody in there was probably all Vacation Club members, just because that's who Disney caters to the most. But, it is what it is. It's just that kind of thing. I probably got almost as emotional about the Great Movie Ride closing as I did about Disney Quest closing. It's just like I was trying to figure out, like, TJ, why are you getting so emotional about Disney Quest closing, or even the Great Movie Ride closing, when you didn't grow up with this crap like I did? I mean, literally, I've been riding the Great Movie Ride my whole life back, basically, and I haven't been able to ride it, obviously, for the last 5 years because it hasn't been around. It's just like Disney Quest, and it closed over 5 years ago. Actually, it's been almost 5 years. July 2nd of 2017, so it's been almost 5 years since the building closed. So, yeah, that's another thing that I miss very dearly. And actually, ironically, that July 2nd is the day that I'm going to go vlog Soak City with Caitlin, so I'm glad I remembered that. That way I can give a shout out to Disney Quest that day and say, it's been exactly 5 years since I went and vlogged that, so I'll make sure I post something on my Facebook page that day, just so everybody can go back and relook and remember what Disney Quest looked like. Well, I don't really have anything else planned for my YouTube channel anytime soon, but I will let you guys know if I do. But otherwise, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel on Saturday, July 2nd, when Caitlin and I go and vlog Soak City together. I'm going to get ready for bed and use the bathroom before bed because my stomach's, for whatever reason, driving me crazy. Probably ate too much. I gotta hit up the grocery store on my way home from work tomorrow. I picked up a shift at the last minute. And then I have no idea what we're doing for dinner tomorrow because Red Robin has been closing early over here due to lack of employees, which is sad. So we will figure out something, that's all I know. And happy Father's Day to all fathers. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. And always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great night. Peace out.